Good morning, my students of class 4. Now, today we're going to start, with the explanation of the first chapter, and that is Lion on the Loose. Now, here the story starts, One fine day it was raining, and it would not stop. It was raining heavily. The sky was grey in color. It looked very heavy, and it kept on raining the whole entire day. Now, here the story starts with two sisters, Geeti and Vicky. Now, both of them were feeling very bored as they could not go out and play. Why? Because it was raining heavily. Now, their mother did not let them go out. Instead, in order to cheer them up, she said, "Let's bake a cake together." So they started baking the cake. Now, after baking the cake, when the cake was ready, they ate the cake and left the rest as the cake was still very hot. Now, after eating the cake, both the sisters, as they look out of their window, they wondered, about the animals in the zoo, the wild animals in the forest. How would they take care of themselves during a rainy day? For animals in the forest, maybe they have shade, They would get under the shade of a tree or a rock in order not to get wet during a rainy day. But they felt very, very bad for animals that were kept in a zoo, as they thought maybe these animals would get fully wet as there was nowhere they could go and hide. So since it was raining since morning, everything was filled up with water. I think you must have seen that even in your own place, near your school. When the rain is very heavy, sometimes the water starts running from the roadside. So what happened in the story? Now the ditch or the place around the lion's enclosure also started filling up with water. Now the lion was wondering what he would do when the water fills up his whole enclosure. So after thinking, he jumped into the water. Now at first he was not able to swim. But after using his paws, the lion slowly swam in the water and finally he got out from his enclosure and was finally free. Now nobody saw the lion as all the guards of the zoo were asleep. It was already night time. Now the lion started walking out of the zoo. Suddenly he could smell a human. It was the guard at the ticket booth. Now the guard was fast asleep, and so the lion escaped. Now the lion was finally free. He round the city. He looked at the buildings and even saw a few people asleep in the corners of the street. Here, a small boy who was sleeping there saw the lion and told his father. But his father did not listen as he was very sleepy. He said, okay, there's a lion, go back to sleep. Now the lion then reached the marketplace and started staring at the shops, peeping from the windows. Just then, he smelt something very yummy, the smell of a hot cake. He sniffed until he reached the girl's house. Now he entered from an open window from the girl's bedroom. He wanted to rest as he was so tired and he saw the girls asleep. But he could not resist the yummy smell. So he went towards the kitchen and ate the entire cake. After that, he came back to the room, to the girls' bedroom, and slept under their bed, under Vicky's bed, and felt fast asleep. Now, in the next morning, Mother found the cake missing. She asked the girls, but they said they did not eat the cake. It must have been the lion, said Geeti. So both the girls told their mother that it was the lion. Now the mother believed them just there, okay, just at that point of time. Since they said the lion's paws were all over their rug, there were lion's hair on the bed sheet. So she believed them just at that moment. Now, what happened was that the lion, okay, after sleeping under the bed, he decided to go back to his enclosure, go back to the zoo. So, in the break of dawn, the lion went back to the zoo, entered back into his enclosure, and this is how nobody knew that he even went out of the enclosure. That was his own adventure. Okay? So when the rain stopped, the girls went to the zoo. Now, when they saw the lion, they were sure it was him. Now, the lion, the moment he saw the girls, what did he do, He roared out loud, as if to say, thank you. Okay? So, dear children, next time it rains very hard, okay, a lion might come to your place and might sleep under your bed. So, make sure you bake a hot cake for him. Okay, so this is the end of the story. Now, I hope you understand the whole story. It's about how a lion got loose from his enclosure. Okay, he went on his adventure and how he came back safely back to the zoo. And who knew about him? It was only Geeti and Vicky who knew about the lion. Okay, so this is the end of the story. Now I'm going to give you a few questions. So after listening to this video, try to attempt the questions and you can send the answers to me through WhatsApp. So thank you, my dear students, and have a very nice day.